What is going on, y'all? Welcome to Joel Friday TV. I am Joel Friday. Welcome to the show. A few announcements before we get started. Hit that like button, smack it. Lay the smack down, like, subscribe, and share button. Tell your peoples about the show so we get the subscribers up and the message out. Do it now. Help a brother out. As you guys know, we are a talk show, and we are live Monday through Thursday at 11 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Punchy.tv. And at any point during the show, you can call in 888-775-3773, 888-775-3773, and we can get into some stuff. You guys know what it is. Make sure you guys call in. If for whatever reason you can't call in, but you still have a question or comment, or you just want to support the show, like Liesel did right out the gate. Shout out Liesel. Thank you, Liesel, for the generous donation. You can go to buymeacoffee.com/JoelFridayTV or go directly to the YouTube live chat. Hit the super chat button there. Send your question or comments, and I'll read them live on air. All right. Amazing stuff. Oh, man. I got some stuff to get into. What is today? Y'all tell me what today is. We say it together. Character Breakdown Thursdays. Oh, we breaking down the character. We is breaking down character. And what that is us really observing a situation or observing a person and breaking down their behavior based off of the actions they take, the words they say, their behavior. Okay, breaking down their behavior. And that's what we're doing today. And oftentimes, this learning how to make sense of it more and more can prevent you from some trouble. You can see evil coming from a mile away. And that's why I like doing these breakdowns, because it helps bring some perspective into behavioral patterns that people display that you can avoid. You can see coming. So I got a few examples we're going to use today, and we're going to get into it. Oh, we judging. We ain't judging. We observing. These are observations, and I can always be wrong about them, right? So think for yourself. But we're gonna make some observations today. First off, because it's in the news, I'm gonna do a little news story, but it makes sense with today's topic, and we're still gonna do a little character breakdown. Because as you guys know, Selena Gomez is in the news right now, right? Breaking down in tears, Miss Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez is a singer and an actress, formerly known for her popular Disney Channel show called Wizard of Waverly Place. And she's also a singer, right? Still a singer. Very popular, very rich, very well known. Well, she breaks down in tears in response to Donald Trump's executive order of getting these illegals out of here. Getting the illegals out. She don't like that too much, which I'll let her tell you. This from Daily Mail. Selena Gomez breaks down in tears over ICE raids on illegals. Here we go.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. So many people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
Okay, so according to Washington Post, she posted that video. According to Washington Post, after deleting the video due to backlash, Selena says apparently it's not okay to show empathy for people, she wrote in a follow-up post that was also deleted. I'm going to tell you right now, Selena, it ain't empathy. why they wanted you to take that video down. It's because you look crazy. You look nuts. It's a little embarrassing. Okay? It don't make your reputation look too good by you sitting up there crying like that. Overreacting. And obviously, just like many of these celebrities, they're very emotional. A lot of these artistic people are very emotional. So they get caught up into these weird ideas. And I don't know, some things just don't make sense considering the fact that that people who are here illegally, they need to come back and do it the right way. Maybe, I guess, if there's some attachment that you have to these illegals that came here, and now you got to say goodbye, I guess. But you don't need to be going up on TV looking crazy, talking about pretending you care. That's really what it is. Mustering up the emotions and putting that on your Instagram with the millions and millions and millions of followers you have, or wherever she posted this. It looks like Instagram. It's not a good look. It's not smart. It's a dumb idea. And whoever your team is, you should thank them for making you take that down, because that's embarrassing. Very embarrassing. But I wish Selena Gomez well. But that was a mess. Lizzo with a couple donations coming in. I appreciate that. Lizzo says, keep talking, Joel. And a few others that I will respond to here in a second. Appreciate that, Lizzo. Shout out, Lizzo. I will read those in a second here. Let's get into the real breakdown here, okay? Because what I realize is that overreaction fuels evil. Okay, let's get into it. Overreaction fuels evil. And I found some more footage, okay? Remember on a couple days ago on True Crime Tuesdays, we talked about Axel Rudakubana, right? Axel Rudakubana was an 18-year-old child murderer who's going to jail for 52 years plus for murdering 3 young girls under the age of 10 and wounding and injuring many others in this attack at a yoga/dance studio. You guys remember that studio? Remember that story? Axel Rudakubana. Okay? Well, there was a part of that story where I was telling you there was a window cleaner that came and tried to help, right? His name was Joel Verrett, right? Mind you, this was in the UK, United Kingdom, not in the US, but in the UK. There was a window cleaner in there who tried to help and saw how damaging one of the young girl's face looked. Well, they stopped him for a little interview to get his perspective on what went on. And he said some very interesting things, and I want to do a little character breakdown here on some of the things that he said and how he approached this situation. Okay? First off, I want to say is that nobody knows what they would do in a situation until they're actually in it. You could pretend like you would be tough and strong and do the right thing, but you don't know until you're actually in it, when the heat is on, you're feeling these emotions. If you're feeling them, you're getting caught up, you're seeing these like disturbing things that you don't normally see on a daily basis. You don't know how you're going to react, right? So I can't say I would react any different. I can only hope that I would be able to be calm and do the right thing. But with that being said, I still want to break down the way he approached this situation and others as he explains. So this is from Sky News. Window cleaner Joel Verrett explains step by step everything he saw. Okay? Here we go. Give me a second here.
We were driving down Hart Street, and then all of a sudden he slammed on the middle of the road and said, "Have you seen that?" I said, "No." He reverses the van back, and then all I see from my side was literally half a head from a girl hanging from the side of a car. So I jump out the car and I go up to her and I just ask her if she's all right, and she just looked in complete shock. She had blood all over her body, and she just screamed at me. She said, "He's killing kids over there. He's killing kids over there." I just looked at Martin and we were just in complete shock. We just didn't know what to think, didn't know what to do. We'll start running towards this place where she's pointed, and she gets up. It's like she used all of her energy to point to us where this was happening, and then she completely collapses onto the floor. In which case we go up to make sure she's all right. She was also on the phone to the police at the same time, which is when I've took the phone off her and I'm on the phone to the police. Martin's making sure she's all right.
Pause really quick. Notice that he knows where the killer is, and in his panic, he sees the little girl. He tries to help her, and he walks his way away from her to go towards the place, but she collapses, and he comes back, right? So he's panicking, and he's trying to help these two guys are trying to help this young girl instead of going to go see how he can help the situation, maybe stop it from happening. He comes back and helps the girl and gets on the phone with the police. And this time is being wasted. I'm not saying he's right or wrong about doing this, but I'm just saying time is passing by as he's doing what he's doing here. But here we go. Keep going.
I start running towards this direction, which is obviously where this is happening, where these kids are in the dance studio. And I'm running, I get to the car park, and as I'm running towards the door, there's a car which is a woman's in the car, and she's beeping her horn and she's screaming for me to come over. So I run straight over to the car, and it's just a middle-aged woman, and she's got, I presume, one of her child in the passenger seat, and then in the back there's like 4 or 5 more kids, all in the back, covered in blood. It was like a scene that you'd see on like a disaster film, honestly. And she just looked at me, the woman, and she said, "Honestly, love, I just want to make sure these kids are safe. I'm just going to park on the road. Please, can you get this girl out?" I can't explain to you how horrific it is what I saw, but in the moment, I didn't even know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to get her out of the car and try and get her to safety. So I've just got this girl out of the car, and I've ran towards the road, and but I didn't know where was safe, if that makes sense. So I take her to the road, and I'm shouting and I'm screaming for help. Someone ring the ambulance. Everyone was trying to do the best. No one expected that would happen. But in the moment, all you want is just like a professional to be there to like kind of know what to do.
So he's telling you right there that he's panicking, right? And of course, this guy is doing the best that he can. He's doing the best. He's trying to be of service the best way that he can. So that's obvious, right? But he's panicked, right? He's panicked. He takes this little girl and runs to the street, right? So while the stabbing is still going on, he takes his little girl in the back, from the car, and goes to the busy street and just starts screaming, "Help, help, help." He doesn't know what to do. He said in the video, he's like, "I don't know what to do. I'm just screaming for help." And he's not centered, right? He's not calm. And it's allowing this time to pass, and he's wasting, this time is being wasted, and he's sitting there screaming for somebody to help and bring the medic, right? In this type of situation, a person who's trying to be helpful, obviously, if it's possible, the person should be calm. All should be calm so they can see what else next to do. But he can't see what next is to do because he's overreacting, right? And I don't blame him. I understand. But I'm just saying it's hard for him to tell what he needs to be doing because he's holding this girl that's very injured in the street screaming for help. And that's not going to do much, right? He's just panicked. So he explains that, and he goes on to explain, this from Sky News as well. Joel, it's weird calling this man Joel. I'm going to say Joel. Joel says he comes face to face with the killer. This is where it starts to get interesting. Here we go.
I run back into the car park and I basically run towards the door which is the entrance and the exit out to the dance studio. And you get there and it's like the building's like an L shape, and you've got the gym where I used to go to upstairs, and there was two men in this bit here, and I don't know who's who. I don't know what's going on. So I'm looking at these men, and they just look completely shook up and frightened, and they're pointing to this dance studio, saying, "He's in there, mate. He's in there." So
there's another note right there. There's two guys that already went to the dance studio, right? And they're hearing all this commotion going on. They're seeing kids running out the studio. They're hearing screams. And yet they also run, right? They also don't go in and help the situation. They're also scared, right? And like, again, not saying they're wrong or right for doing what they did, but I'm saying that they were also afraid, in a panic. They see Joel, and they tell Joel, there's a guy up in there doing something. He's killing. Meanwhile, this whole time, there's three men right there. There's the two that ran out, and there's Joel right there, panicked, saying that there is a man that is in there stabbing kids. We need help. We need help. We need help. Let's keep going.
As you go in, there's just a stairway which goes up, and there's a landing at the top, and then which goes through to, I presume, the dance studio. So I just remember opening the door and I was shouting hello, just see if anyone was there. And then I remember just taking a step on. I remember go onto the stairs and took a few steps onto the stairs. I'm still at the bottom of the stairs though, and I look up and then there's just this guy there at the top of the stairs, just in a full tracksuit with his hood up, with a knife, and it's like he maybe didn't realise that I was going to be in there, but we've looked at each other, then he's scurried off to the side.
And you locked eyes with this man? You looked at him?
I looked at this guy, yeah.
At that point, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking things which I'm not allowed to be saying on Sky News right now, but I'm just, at the same time, I'm really scared as well, do you know what I mean? Because all I saw was a knife. All I thought was there was more people in there which were hurting people. So I'm there by myself at the bottom of the stairs. I didn't know, honestly, I just wanted to hurt him so bad, but at the same time, I was scared for myself, and I just wanted to be up there to help anyone who was up there. So I've smashed the door, was a good 8 to 10 minutes, which felt like a lifetime, if that makes sense. Completely hectic now because I've seen the guy and I know he's up there, and I'm just screaming, where's the police, where's the police?
Man, so many interesting details right here. For one, he's saying that he saw the guy at the top of the stairs, blood on the knife, everything, right? Just standing there. And what he feels is fear and anger to want to like help and do something, right? I understand that. But fear also for his life, which I also understand. But both of those things are allowing him to still be inactive, right? Because he's not doing anything about it out of those emotions. Maybe he shouldn't do anything, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying what he did was right or wrong, but I'm pointing out that his reaction, his emotions to this is allowing him to panic. And he said right there, I just was screaming. He's at the bottom of the stairs, right? He is seeing this man with the knife, this boy, knowing that he's in there killing these girls, right? And he can't go try his best to try to subdue him or risk his life because he's crippled by this fear and this anger, right? He's crippled by it. So what does he do? He just sits there and screams, help, help, help. Meanwhile, the young girls are still up there, right? And he said, how long did he say that lasted? He said that lasted for 8 to 10 minutes. That's why I told you guys in the true crime video on Tuesday, that's why I told you that. I was like, this man stabbed these girls over 200 times. One of them 122 times, another one 85 times, another one 30 times, right? And I was thinking like, and I said it on Tuesday, I'm like, where is the parents? Where is adults? Where is the teachers? Where are the, nobody's hearing these screams. Nobody's going up there to try to help. Nobody's intervening. No, they weren't. They were at the door scared, right? 8 to 10 minutes, not doing anything, right? Just screaming for help, paralyzed by this fear. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. My last one here. Joel shares when the police finally came. Okay, well, let's see what the police do when the police get there. Let's find out.
And I'm just screaming, asking for screaming, where's the police, where's the police? One police car finally turns up and I'm screaming, he's down there, he's down there. He just gets out where I am and then he runs with me to the door. We run straight to the door and then we get to the doorway and then he said we've got to wait for backup, got to wait for someone else to come there because he only had a baton on him.
Listen, the police show up and all they have is a baton, right? Because I guess in the UK, by the way, guns are banned. Guns are banned, I believe. I don't know if the police officer in the UK, that was actually a good note I should have looked up. The police officers in UK, I don't know if they're allowed to have a gun, but guns in the United Kingdom are banned. That's why this young boy had to use a knife, right? That's why in LA, they be trying to ban guns, or in United States, they want to ban guns. That don't make a difference because somebody's gonna get a knife and cause just as much damage. So banning guns is not the answer, but that's not the point. Sidetrack. Coming back is the cop came, the police, the ones who protect the city, the law, came, and all he had was a baton. Even a cop was scared. He was like, I ain't going in there. Nuh-uh. I need to call for backup. Y'all, this is 10, 15, 20 minutes. This guy is in there just going at it. One boy with a knife. And there's 5 guys, maybe 6, who have arrived to the scene and have yet to do something about it. Isn't that interesting? That is so interesting. Let's keep going.
And then his colleague came with a taser. And then he comes in front. So these 2 police officers go up the stairs. Then I'm right behind them. They tackle this guy down to the floor. Straight away, there was no kind of fight at all. They just tackle him down to the floor, and I've grabbed this girl and I'm walking down the stairs and I start running towards the ambulance as soon as I get outside, and I'm sprinting towards the ambulance and I put her down, with a medic, and then straight away the medics run her, the paramedics run her. They were asking me to go to the ambulance, get these certain things like, for the drip and other things which I can't even tell you the names for, but I was just trying to be there for her as much as possible since that guy, when the police came there and we ran and the suspect went down, it was kind of all done then, but the damage had been done.
Man, this is such a good freaking thing. I appreciate this guy, Joel Verrett, for being honest in this way. And I honestly believe that he did the best that he could. There's nothing you can do when you find yourself just caught up in your feelings and caught up in the panic. So I don't blame him. He did the best he could. I'm just breaking down the behavior here, right? And it took seemingly 6 to 7 guys to arrive to the scene before anybody decided to do anything. One cop finally arrives after like 10, 15 minutes with a baton. He's scared, so he has to call a backup. And another cop comes with a taser, right? And they both finally muster up the courage to go and tackle the guy with the knife after who knows how much damage he did, right? Tackles the guy, they finally get him, and so on and so forth. But I'm thinking like, wow, who is protected? Who is protected? It makes you question what type of who is anyone safe? I'm not just saying from crazy people. I'm speaking about from your own families, your own brothers, your own sisters. Everyone seems to be overreacting to everything. And when we overreact, all we do is fuel evil. And the point is, we got to overcome these emotions, y'all. Got to overcome these emotions. By being aware, and for one, by stop trying to control them, right? Trying to pretend to be tough or try to whatever, right? Be aware that you're feeling these emotions and seeing. In that awareness is what starts to separate you from it. But let's just say those things come up, you still face it, right? You still face that fear. But you got to be aware of it. You got to recognize it, right? You got to understand also what it is. And it's a lie. Lies. Right? And who knows what anybody, like I said, no judgment to Mr. Joel and the 7 other guys, because nobody knows what they would do in that situation, but it doesn't take away from the fact that they all panicked. And in panic, you can't be of service. You know what I mean? So, man, it's unfortunate. And hopefully the UK says, look, we got to at least give these officers a gun. Let's see if in UK can cops have guns? Let's see. Oh, we about to find out. Police use of firearms in UK. Why British police don't have guns? Wow. The vast majority of UK police don't carry guns. What a mess. That doesn't make any sense. Portugal. 90% of Capitol's police officers carry out their daily duties without a gun. That is so crazy to me. Who would want to apply as a police officer to protect the city without a weapon? That is crazy to me. They have batons and tasers. But even outside the guns, they have fear. And that's the real issue. Even with the gun, if you got fear, you ain't going to be able to act properly. Man, that's so crazy to me. But anyway, I just wanted to break that down. Man, that's unfortunate because that weakness, that weakness of the men is what we all have to overcome, for one, men and women. But that's also here in the U.S., right? At least starting. I didn't know it was that bad in the UK, that everybody seemed to be just scared. Well, of course, I don't know everybody, but even the idea of police officers not having guns, it just seems real soft, weak, liberal. And, man, we're seeing a lot of similar behaviors in the United States, and it's a mess. I'm making some calls about this, but let me get to some super chats really quick. I haven't got to any in the past couple shows here, and I want to make sure I get to them. So let me do super chats. Did that make sense, y'all? Let me see here. Liesel, generous donation, says, Joelle, sending something to you and Nit. Shout out to my sweet ladies C from Texas and T from Oregon. Love you guys. Nice. Shout out. Appreciate that, Liesel. Linear Chin says, overreacting, aka worshiping memory, is what trauma is. That this is where you confuse your fear of what is presented in the present with what you are most terrified of and its meaning. Mama mess. Ask Hake. Wait, is that a shot at Hake? Is that a shots fired? It says, what is presented in the present with you and what you are most terrified of it, meaning mama mess. Ass Hake. Uh-oh. Take that up with Hake, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn Chin. I appreciate it for the super chat. Liesel with a few more donations here. I appreciate that, Liesel. Thank you. One says, Amy, you're my girl. Keep talking, Joel. And I don't know how to read that last one. Mathiel. Mathel. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I appreciate that, Liesel, for the super chats. Right on. Linian Chin says, judging equals assessing the dim/evil pigeonholed it to mean condemning, which is indeed hating, and that's why they peddle condemning as good. Judging equals assessing. The dim/evil pigeonholed it to mean condemning. So Linear Sin saying judging means assessing, but people have evil people have made it to mean condemning, which is indeed hating, and that's why they peddle condemning as good. I get what you're saying. Judging, for one, judging is evil. But if you try to break down the definition, everybody's definition of judgment can mean different. Some may believe, like it seems like Lin Yan Chin believes here, that judging to him means observing or discerning, opposed to actually condemning, because judgment in itself, by definition, is condemning, right? But you do want to just observe it and not have an opinion of it as right or wrong. Judgment in itself, by definition, is looking at something as right or wrong, right? Which is the knowledge of good and evil, which came from the devil in the garden. So you don't want to judge things as right and wrong because you're making a decision. You're playing God and saying you're right or you're wrong, and you're judging. And what comes with that? Feelings, emotions, conflict. So you don't want to have a judgment because you don't know right and wrong. We don't know right and wrong as human beings. So judgment is not good, but do you? Kale Samogi, this is why every person above 13 years old should carry at all times. Strap up the 13-year-olds with a piece. I'm just playing. Maybe like some communities probably have that because in LA, they have a lot of Jewish communities around here. And I see Jewish kids, I'm telling you, they have to be like 11, tops 12, and they're already driving in their cars. Not only that, they look so comfortable driving as if they've been driving since like 5 or 6. And they're just in there one wheel, stressed out. I think I seen one with a cigarette once. I think. So maybe they got guns too. I don't know. I'm not sure. Gwain's Realm says it's a wicked generation. You can say that again. Thank you, Gwains. Appreciate it. Angbang Art says, oh yay, generations of vipers. Oh yeah. You ain't lying there. What was this from? C-Sal says, shout out Liesel, amazing super chats. Snake Pit, don't make fun of my measly $5 supers. I stole my husband's credit card to send this. I appreciate it, C-Sal. That's all good. Shout out to hubby. Tell hubby I said thanks for you stealing his money and sending the super chat. Right on. Appreciate it. All right, let me just double check here, make sure that we're good. And we have Liesel with another super chat. Thank you, Liesel. Liesel's on a roll today. Liesel's going crazy. She says Mathio. Yes. So maybe I said it correctly. Right on. Thank you, Liesel. Appreciate it. Lin Yan Chin says, Judgment 1 says, so this is Lin Yan Chin breaking down the definition of judgment. The ability to make considered decisions or come to sensible conclusions. Judging equals considering, aka thinking, not concluding / not condemning. Boomers lied to you. Yes, you don't want to conclude and you don't want to condemn. Lin Yan Chin's right about that. Because as soon as you conclude and say that this is right, or as soon as you condemn and say that that's wrong or he's wrong, then you're judging. That's evil. So, right on, Lin Yan Chin. Appreciate it. All right. Sensible, exable. All right. Let me get to some calls. Stop. Let me go to Ryan, first time caller at New Orleans. Ryan, welcome to the show. You're on the air. Hello.
Right on, Lynn.
Ryan, I hear me in the background.
All right.
Ryan. All right. Check on Ryan for me, Derek.
All right. Let me get some calls.
Hold on. Check on Ryan for me, Derek. I just hear me in the background on his TV or something. And let me know. Jaden out of California. Jaden, welcome to the show. You're on the air.
Joel, what's up, dude?
What's up, Jaden? How's it going?
Bro, I wanted to call in when you did the original story.
Yeah.
I swear, even though it was bad and I know these girls lost their life, dude, I was dying the entire time I was on hold because of just like the sheer incompetence
Man.
of literally everybody involved.
Man.
Like, Joe, I can't even blame this actual kid, honestly, because if I went around telling everyone my plan for 5 years straight that I'm going to murder someone,
Man.
and I was using my mom's money to buy supplies to make like pipe bombs and stuff, I had 3 different government agencies come and interview me.
Dude,
I
disavow.
I just blatantly told them I'm going to murder someone, and they still don't do anything. I mean, at that point, Joe,
Dude.
you just gotta murder someone.
Well, first I disavow that you say that you don't blame Axel. Disavow YouTube. I disavow Jaden's comment. But Jaden, let me tell you that you're right about the fact that this was so freaking obvious to me, according to the reports. And this boy never ceased to not make it obvious that he was disturbed.
Right.
Man,
For 5 years.
For 5 years, he was bringing knives on buses. He was bringing different knives 10 times to school. He
what
brought
do I do if I want to murder someone?
he brought. I know he told the police on the phone that he wanted. What do I do if I want to murder somebody? And nobody's doing nothing. So
Yo, Joe, what was the operator thinking when the operator just like, all right, kid, go along now?
Say it again.
The operator was just like, all right, you little rascal.
I know they probably just thought it was a joke. That's probably what happened. He probably just thought, all right, little 13-year-old boy, I'm hanging up. And hung up. And then he goes to the school with a hockey stick, breaks somebody's wrist. Dude. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, don't cut the manual.
Crazy stuff.
All right.
Jay's over here dying.
Bro, I swear to you, dude, last time you talked about it, I was laughing like all the way on the bus, all the way back.
Why you had no love, Jaden, no love.
I mean, bro, you ever seen Dexter? You ever seen the show Dexter?
No, I haven't. But I heard a little bit about it.
This is like Dexter if literally everyone had 75 IQ points. Even Axel, bro, he failed his first 2 targets. So he went to a random
you're gonna get me a blocked on YouTube, man.
All right. But my question is, so why did your British cousin, why did he not? He looks stronger than me. He looks stronger than you,
right?
And Axel looks like a twerp.
No.
Why is he scared?
You know, he used to actually be, according to reports, he used to have to be a rugby player, and he used to work out. He's all big, but that fear take over. It don't matter if the Hulk, you got that fear, then that's it. You ain't doing nothing. So he just got caught up with the fear, and all that he knew just went out the door. Him and the 7 other guys, yeah.
You waited for backup?
Right, the police officer. One guy came with a baton, and he was like, "I ain't going in there." He didn't say that, but. And then he calls backup, and then the second guy comes with a taser. They both can't do it, and then they both finally go in there and tackle the guy.
So not only are the investigation team lazy, but the actual police are just lazy.
The actual police scared too. Everybody scared. Everybody afraid.
Scared or is he just lazy, bro? I think it was like a Monday for him.
Bill, the engineer saying they're all woke. So
he was black.
That's true.
Yeah, that would have been a BLM game.
It was a mess,
you
man.
Can't tell. You can't tell because he got the hoodie on and the mask in her. And that's another thing. Joel, I like to live in the hood, and if it's like 90 degrees outside and someone's wearing a hoodie, bro, you know they're going to go kill someone. Like, that's just obvious. Man.
And then there was too many signs that it was so obvious that there's no way that you can just miss this stuff. You had to just be so dumbed down or numb to just being weak with just how you live and the rules of your country. All kinds of stuff for you to just totally ignore this, in my opinion. So I don't know. It's interesting, but I have to. I gotta get some other calls though. Jane, any last comments on that?
Yeah, I just gotta say, be a sheepdog, bro. You know what that is?
No, what is that? Oh,
the sheep. The sheep are like the children who got killed. There's the wolf, which is like Axel, and then there's the sheepdog, which protect the sheep from the wolf.
Yeah, we need more. We need more of them. We need more of them
Bradley
around.
Cooper. Chris Kyle, American Sniper.
I appreciate it, Jay, and thanks for the call, man. Call me again.
Peace.
Interesting stuff. Bill, you might be right, Bill. They're probably all woke. Do it. Give the mic. Just grab the mic real quick. Bill wants to say a couple words to that. I'm gonna let Bill say something. Just cross. Whatever. No. All right, Bill's gonna get on the mic real quick here and say a couple things. Is it on?
I don't know. Is it on?
Hold on.
Da, da, da.
Try now.
Da, da, da.
Try now.
Testing.
No, Bill's mic. Go to James' mic. Right there. I know which one is that one for sure. Bill's coming to the mic.
Whoops.
There we go.
All right. Hey, I'm just saying, I think the main thing is that nobody's got your back in these places. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that's true in the U.S. to some extent now, too. So.
In what way exactly? You mean?
I mean, whatever. If anything goes wrong, it's like if you make any mistake, if anything happens, nobody's there to see. It might get turned on you. If there are no witnesses.
Yeah.
The cops have to watch their back. They go too crazy or something. They do something wrong.
Why do you think
they
that
could be?
is?
I mean, right now we got people cops who've been thrown in jail for making a mistake and stuff like that.
That's true.
And
Interesting.
all that comes in to make everybody less effective, basically.
Yeah.
They gotta double. It's like when I listen to stuff with the examples you're saying, it's like everybody's been trained to be
weak because
right,
in
basically.
the name of like protecting like people's feelings or protecting people's whatever, and they put all these rules against them.
Things that aren't real, but
that aren't real, exactly.
Yeah, they're protecting things that aren't real, and they're still protecting things that aren't real when real things are going on.
When real things are going on, and then they end up having to really like they can do nothing to protect anybody. They're all dumbed down, and everybody just
right. Yeah, the cops got to wait for an extra couple of people. That's because that's the protocol.
That's insane.
So they can deal with the situation.
Meanwhile, lives are at risk. Young. It's crazy stuff, but that's what it seems like it was starting to come to the United States. I didn't know UK was that bad.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was that bad.
The cops without guns.
Cops without guns. That's so crazy.
So if you got a gun in the UK, it's probably expensive. But if you got a gun, you got the
power.
You got the cops. The cops are in trouble. You got the upper hand.
What a freaking mess.
Anyway.
Well, thank you, Bill. Appreciate
All
it. Right. Let me take you off. I'm not as quick as Nick. Nice. Here, let me put. No. You gonna go? Okay. Appreciate it, Bill. Let me go to Ryan, first time caller, before I have to end here. Ryan, thanks for calling. You're on the air. Could you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Mr. Joel? How you doing?
All is well, Ryan. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I want to go back to something that you said about not believing in our feelings, and when we get angry at a situation, y'all tend to say that our feelings are not real. How can y'all say that?
What do you mean?
That we say our feelings are not real when we get angry at a situation, like dealing with life on life's terms.
They're not real. When we say not real, we're meaning that, of course, when you're feeling it and you believe into it, it's real. But it's a lie. It's lies that you're believing into, which is why the feelings come. This is why the feelings, you get caught up in them because you're believing a lie, which actually cripple you. They weaken you.
Okay, now what is a feeling and what is a lie? I mean, we could be living somewhere and something that happens to us, and we get angry at it, but you say it's not real, it's fake?
No, it's a lie that you're angry, right? Because meaning that when you get angry, you're believing into a lie. So something in your mind, which is the enemy, the devil, told you something in your mind that you should defend yourself or what that person did to you was evil. And then in that, you believed into it, and now you overreacted and got angry, and now you can't see clear how to deal with the situation properly. So you go blind when you believe into the lies and get caught up in your emotions. Wouldn't you agree?
Not really, because all I agree or disagree on is to make the distinction between good and bad, not evil.
Say that one more time. I didn't quite understand.
I could believe in something that's good and bad and not evil.
But that's the problem. But that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's where the emotions come in, because you believe in something that's good or bad. You're not allowing it to be just it just is. You're judging it. You're saying this is good, so now you feel good about it, and then you say this is bad, and now you get angry over it. You feel bad about it. And those are setups.
Let's compare. Let's compare. Okay, but when you was in school, right, you could only make a good grade or a bad grade.
Right.
Now, when you made a bad grade, would you consider that evil?
No,
Why not?
because you just got a bad grade.
Okay, so same thing I'm saying the same thing about our feelings and emotions, good or bad. People got two intents. They can do good or they can do bad.
But even your emotions,
it depends. Listen, it depends on what their intent was. If their intent was to kill, that's evil. Because none can come over that feeling in order to kill somebody. If you could be that mad, why didn't you turn the other cheek? Now, what made it evil is that you killed somebody.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, Ryan. I understand what you're saying, but let me ask you this.
Okay.
Which one is easier to do? Is it easier to turn the other cheek when you're mad, or is it easier to turn the cheek when you don't have any emotion at all?
You gotta sit a few days and think about it now. Because
no, but answer that really quick though. Which one's easier to do? Turn the other cheek when you're angry, or turn the other cheek when you're not angry?
Turn the other cheek when you're angry.
It's easier to turn the other cheek when you're angry?
I mean, it just depends.
But honestly,
I mean,
is it easier
you gotta let that dwell off. You gotta think on it for a minute.
And why is that? And why is that though? Why do you have to let that?
Because for me, every time I react to a situation, I always think maybe I think I overreacted, right? Until I'm talking over with somebody.
Right. And it doesn't mean that you were wrong in what you were saying or what you were thinking, but the anger is why you had to pull back and take a breath, right? So the anger didn't do you any good. It didn't serve you. Right?
Right.
Right. So then that's
but look, we gotta remind ourselves not to go back into the situation we drove ourselves into.
right. But that's what I'm saying is that like, wouldn't it be a better life if we didn't have a feeling or an opinion about anything that happened to us? We were able just to see and understand the situation and not overreact. Wouldn't that be a nice way to live?
And what's still going on all over the world?
Right, but at least we would have peace within, and we would teach the people around us to have peace within and not overreact to evil that we see. Right?
That's why we gotta deal with every situation in a democratic opinion. That's why we gotta have a say and take a vote.
You said we have to have a democratic opinion?
That's why we got to have our opinion, yes.
A democratic opinion?
Yes.
Wait, you're a Democrat?
Yeah, I can say that. I'm certainly not a Republican.
Oh, so you're saying we should have our own opinion. You're not saying you're a Democrat and we should have Democrat opinions.
That's what makes the world turn.
No, we don't need to have a Democrat opinion. We just need to not overreact. We need to not, for one, we have to first realize that when we are overreacting, it's because we're judging. And you can't make sound decisions without a sound mind.
I don't buy that.
But is anger, could you have a sound mind in anger?
I don't buy that because, like I said, I got to be dealing. I don't deal on an angry basis. I don't deal like that.
Well, I'm so out of time, Ryan. I wish I can go in more with that, but you believe what you want, but emotions and overreacting only blind you from seeing reality as it is. You can't see clear when you have emotions and you're angry. It's not to say that emotion and anger or emotions aren't real. Obviously, they're real once you believe into them. But what I'm saying is that emotions are lies. Typically, they start with a idea in your head, and that idea you believe into makes you overreact. And now you start believing more and more lies, whether it be good lies that make you feel good or lies that make you feel bad. And they kind of just set you up. So just food for thought, Ryan. Just think about it. Thanks for calling me, man. I got to go. Call me again. Grant and the rest of the callers, I'm so out of time. I'm way past time. It slipped away from me. Anchor Baby's going to hit me with the bell. I got to end. I'll see you guys. I'm not here tomorrow, but I'm back here on Monday. Make sure you guys tune into the American Anchor Baby coming up. Until next time, y'all, I got to go. Thanks for the super chats and all that good stuff. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, bye. Oh, wait. I got it.